Hello, this is Akari from Mochifika. Today, I want to share with you some ideas on how to learn Japanese or any other language faster. What is the most important thing about studying a language? Is it grammar? Perhaps writing? No? I'll tell you about this based on my experience and the opinions of various linguistic researchers. Let me tell you a little bit about what we will be looking at today. We are looking at 5 major points. The first is setting goals. The second is acquiring vocabulary. The third is listening comprehension. Fourth is reading comprehension. And the fifth is practice and speaking. So, the first topic is goal setting. When you set goals, what kind of goals do you want to achieve? What I'm about to tell you can be applied not only to language learning, but also to project or task management in general. There are two types of goals: big, long-term goals and small, short-term goals. Of course, it's great to have big goals for your visions of what you want to be or do in the future. However, it is a great idea to have smaller goals that are step by step in order to achieve them. With this in mind, let's talk about short goals and long goals in language learning. Making short-term goals is important to create a list of achievable accomplishments. These small achievements can set in motion a chain reaction which leads to strong feeling of motivation. Achieving short-term goals will become addictive and you will love to see the progress that you make. An example of short-term goal is the I can do. For example, I can talk about my family, I can talk about my hobbies, etc. You will increase these can-dos and achieve short goals that really start to add up. Long-term goals for language learning means that you set goals for why you want to learn this language. What is the reason you started learning this language in the first place? You should stay true to this reason as it will give you the power to continue when things get tough or life starts to distract you. Because we are human and our priorities can change. Long-term goals should be seen as a general guideline for your future language learning accomplishments. The second topic is acquiring vocabulary. Why is learning vocabulary so important? Because expanding your vocabulary improves your listening comprehension, which in turn improves your speaking. For vocabulary repetition, I recommend flashcards such as Quizlet. Quizlet analyzes your weakest vocabulary. It automatically includes sounds as well, so it saves you a lot of time. There are several ways to learn new vocabulary: listening to podcasts, reading books or articles, and watching films or series. Choose materials that match your interests and goals to maximize retention. If you want to improve not just your listening skills, but also your speaking or communication skill, I highly recommend listening to podcasts. That is because communication is able to be built only when you understand what the other person is saying, rather than just talking one way. I have the podcast Slow Japanese on Spotify, YouTube, and various other platforms. All transcripts, printable PDF materials, MP3 audio files, and flashcard sets are available on Patreon. I will put the link below, so if you haven't heard it yet, start listening today. Now, I'd like to introduce you to some key points when listening to podcasts. Listen to familiarize yourself with the sound of the language. Are there any words that appear frequently in the episode? Write down words that are new to you and add them to flashcards. If it's too fast, you can slow down. And vice versa, if you feel it's too slow, you can also speed it up. If there are transcripts, use them. If you like to read or want to understand the news, you can also combine reading comprehension practice. You will also need to read and understand written information when you travel as well. These are my recommended materials for reading comprehension. Nihongo Tadoku, Hirogaru, Marugoto Rikai in the textbook. Short Stories in Japanese by Olly Richard. Nihongo Tadoku offers a wide range of free reading material for beginner to intermediate levels. Do you want to communicate with people? Is that your primary goal? If that's the case, you have to practice speaking real time. Having conversational lessons with the teacher is ideal for this. By actually talking with your teacher, you will learn how to use that language natively. And there's nothing wrong with you making mistakes. I also offer one-on-one conversational lessons, so if you want to practice speaking, book lessons with me. I'm also running a 15% off sale until end of January. But you are not with your teacher 24/7. So, what can you do at home? I recommend that you listen to your learning language as often as you can. Regularly use flashcards and learn and review vocabulary. Set the topics and speak to yourself. Use voice or video recording to track your progress. So, that is the end of today's video. I hope you found this informative. If you like the video, please leave like and subscribe to the channel. And you also can join the Patreon community where you'll get access to podcast transcripts, materials, Patreon-only polls, early access posts, and much more. See you in the next video. またねー。